AskReddit by our enthusiast. What is something every new homeowner should get? Fire extinguisher. At least one, but preferably one for every floor of the house and the garage. Adding to this, some states have emergency preparedness tax holidays. Certain items like fire extinguishers, generators, flashlights, etc. will be tax-free for a couple days every year. Might be worth waiting to purchase larger ticket items if the timing works out. Though personally I wouldn't go too long without a basic extinguisher in the house. A ladder. Along the same vein, I was going to say a little two-step stool. I use mine at least weekly. I'm a big fan of having a cordless drill on hand at all times. Other tools sure, but cordless drill was my first purchase after my first home. I still have it on hand at all times. You just carry it around with you. A headlamp. You won't always be working on stuff in well-lit areas. I use mine quite frequently. We got one of those Ryobi work lights. Great for doing electrical work after work when it's dark. Plungers in every bathroom. Caveat: good plungers. New locks. You don't know who has a key. Not just the last people that live there, but who did they give keys to? Even if you got the keys from the homeowner, there still be copies. This goes for new houses, condos and rentals as well. You can save a lot of money by buying rekeying kits. In 2014 paid $10 for a quick-set rekeying kit and rekeyed 6 cylinders, 3 knobs and 3 deadbolts. Entirely new knobs and deadbolts would have been over $100. Water main wrench. Gas main wrench too. Get to saving money, because shit breaks and it's expensive. A well-appointed toolbox. Home ownership can be a lot of work. Good tools will make that easier. Big emphasis on good tools. The cheap ones in the bargain bin will last you maybe once, maybe. Good tools will last a lifetime. My only exception to this is a rubber mallet I bought for like $2.99 out of a bargain bin at an Ace Hardware many years ago that's still going strong. Water meter key. Having one of these on hand can save your house. Also, if you live where it gets cold, turn the water off if you go sway during a cold snap. There should be a main shut-off valve that is accessible. If you can't find it, you may want a plumber out to find it or install one. A handheld drill and lots of different bits. A wet-dry vacuum. Not something to skimp on. Purchase a quality one that is generously sized. Learn how to use it, which filter goes on for dry versus wet. Lifesaver. Meh, I have a large one and it's a pain to bring it around. I want a smaller one now. My parents came to visit me when I bought my first house. I took my dad to Home Depot and had him walk me up and down the aisles filling out my key tools. I would highly recommend doing this with anyone in your life who's got the experience. Buy them lunch as a thank you. Man, after you say it like that, I can't wait to do that with my 2 kids. I'll even buy lunch. The phone number of the neighborhood handyman. Just in case you're in the mood for an old-fashioned. Fire alarms that don't wait until motherfucking 3:30 AM to tell you that their battery is low or falsely detect smoke. Also only at around 3:30 AM. Our smoke alarms and company monitor are hardwired in plus have long-term batteries. Replacement filters for your HVAC and water. The previous owner of our house left us records of what filters she used for her HVAC, when house filter, and fridge water filter. It's good to have a spare laying around for when you forget you need to replace it until you really need to replace it. Also, even if you got a home inspection, maybe get stuff like your HVAC and electric, if it looks wonky, serviced when moving in. Our inspector missed that the furnace hadn't been serviced in 8 years. And it turned out to be a major fire hazard when we had the system checked. You guys are buying houses? A bank account with minimum $5K set aside for house shit gone wrong. Because anytime some shit happens you're just gonna need to tap into that. Water heater breaks. Major appliances break. Flood in the basement. You name it, you're gonna want $5K sitting around for it. Back to the saying that 5K isn't a lot to have but is a lot more to owe. Rekeyed locks as it's unknown who has the key. New smoke and lamp, carbon monoxide detectors if their age is unclear. A fire extinguisher. Water sensors or even just the audible alarm can help you catch a leak way before it's a huge expensive problem. Bluetooth ones are great to have. I get an alert on my phone. Only time one has gone off was when my young nephew peed on it, but it worked like a charm. Fire blanket for the kitchen. Better than an extinguisher because it's always ready, never needs a charge, and takes no skill to use. I purchased these for everyone in my family. Out of everything I've ever purchased for my home, the one thing that's gotten the most use by a large margin is my leaf blower, and for my wife it's a Dyson cordless vacuum. Both of those get used on a daily basis. Edit. I have a grove of redwood surrounding my house above my patio, driveway and deck. I blow the needles and dust off every morning. You use your leaf blower daily? A large 12-gallon wet dry vacuum. A day will come when water will be where it isn't supposed to, and towels won't cut it. Set of power tools. Nothing fancy but a good drill impact tool. Always good to have around. Get a freaking bidet. You will thank me later. We bought our second bidet toilet seat before our second bathroom was installed. I will never go back to the shitty days of the past.